What's up, my friends, my new friends? Welcome back to a brand new video. I don't know what was going on with that intro. What's up, my friends, my new friends? Welcome back to a brand new video. I am so excited to be doing this video for guys. Today, we're going to be comparing in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 the Super Kamehameha versus the Perfect Kamehameha. So, or Kamehameha, whichever way. But anyway, we're going to be comparing these three ultimate attacks. Now, take note, okay, I have +4 on Ki Blast Supers with the Capsule Corp Gi, and I've got I Will Defeat You on. So it kind of boosts your Ki Blast skills for a long time, which is awesome, and it activates when the battle starts. So I have that with my custom character, and I've got Perfect Kamehameha and Super Kamehameha, and I got Super Saiyan. But I'm not going to start out with Super Saiyan. I'm going to start out with Super Vegeta, because I noticed in my last comparison video, a lot of you guys were like, why don't you use Super Vegeta? It actually does more Ki Blast damage compared to Super Saiyan. Well, yeah, you know, that is partially true, but to me, I think Super Vegeta and Super Saiyan Awoken transformation skills do just about the same amount of additional Ki Blast damage. So we're going to compare these two attacks and see which one does the most amount of damage, which one takes the quickest amount of time to register with the opponent and inflict the most amount of damage. So we got our level 80 character here, Smash with me, and we're going to go ahead to offline battles, and we're going to select training mode. Now, thank you in the last comparison video that I did, because some of you guys were like, oh, you don't need a second controller to control the AI in training mode. You just need to like adjust like the settings and stuff in the pause menu. So I actually eventually I caught on to that, and I was like, well, I'm kind of an idiot. So we're going to go ahead and pick, I don't know, who should we, let's test this against somebody like beefy, somebody that's got a lot of power, somebody that's strong. Let's do it against Janamba. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick Supreme Kai's World, just because I really like the terrain and the environment of this stage. It's really beautiful. Super Janamba's about to get that butt whooping. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the HUD. And I'm actually going to leave the AI standing still for a second. So, we're going to go to training. We're going to go to display, hide all. We're going to go to CPU health recovery. Well, let's put it at on. And then we're going to do key auto recovery, health, CPU status. We'll start out with standing, okay, guys? So we've already got our ki and our stamina at max. And we're going to test this many different ways. We're going to test it with Janamba standing. We're going to test it with Janamba moving around like a crazy guy. And then we're going to move to the Super Saiyan. And then we're going to try out the other attack. So I'm going to try to give you guys a better understanding which one is probably more preferable preferable to use than the other. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay just like this. So base form Saiyan, okay? Base form Saiyan. By the way, I have Ki Blast Supers down 125, and that does make a difference. It should make a difference. You know, because the more boost attribute points you got into your Ki Blast Supers, the more damage you're going to do overall. So we're going to go ahead and just standardly use Super Kamehameha. So that's how much damage the Super Kamehameha does, just right there from that distance. Now let's go ahead and test it from close range, right in his face. It does about maybe a little bit less damage. You know, let's go ahead and try it again. I don't know why it did less damage there. Yeah, see, it did a little bit more damage there, so I guess it depends on the range. Notice how we're like really far away here, and we use the ultimate attack, and it seems to actually do the same amount of damage. So from distance away, we're going to use Perfect Kamehameha. So it's about like a 5-second, 4-second startup time for Perfect Kamehameha to register with the opponent. So, you know, your stamina could probably actually, you know, you're more vulnerable to have your stamina broken when using Perfect Kamehameha as to compared to Super Kamehameha, because Super Kamehameha is actually more fast-paced to use. So as you can see, it actually did a lot more damage right there, close range. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and use transform into Super Vegeta 2. So right there, so far the Perfect Kamehameha is better than the Super Kamehameha, just because it does a lot more damage. But the only flaw with that ultimate attack is it leaves you really vulnerable to be stamina broken and attacked by other attacks. So it's kind of like a strange ultimatum. You know, you're trying to figure out, well, do I prefer the Perfect Kamehameha, and do I want to risk being vulnerable to my opponent and having my stamina broken while I'm trying to initiate the attack and inflict it, and wait for it to register on the opponent and hope that he doesn't dodge the ultimate attack? Or do I want to do Super Kamehameha and have a lesser chance of being stamina broken and have a faster chance of initiating and registering the ultimate attack with the opponent? So now that we've gone Super Vegeta, we're going to go ahead and use Super Kamehameha from a range. So as you can see, it did almost just about the same amount of damage as it normally would if we weren't Super Vegeta. Now let's go ahead and do it from a close range. It does basically just about the same amount. So that's kind of really weird. Now let's go a little bit farther away and see how much damage it does. A little bit farther away, it does about the same. So let's go ahead and use Perfect Kamehameha. So Super Kamehameha is basically like a 3-second startup. See, Perfect does a little bit more damage than the Super, but the Super, 1, 2, 3, it takes about 3 seconds to initiate the attack. And then Perfect Kamehameha, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes about 5 seconds to initiate the ultimate attack and connect with your opponent, which is really terrible. But, you know, it depends, you know, how you built your character, what ultimate attacks you want to use. Personally, I'd go with the super attacks, the Super Kamehameha, ×4 COGINC Kamehameha, Super Galaga, just attacks like that, because they're really, really fast to initiate and register the ultimate attacks and connect with your opponent. So, let's go ahead and go Super Vegeta 2 again. I don't know why I did that. And I'm going to kind of test something out here with Perfect Kamehameha. I'm going to see if we could get an extra. So you actually can get an extra boost with Perfect Kamehameha, because I just used it from this range. And I was kind of quickly like hovering over triangle and square. And I was pressing those buttons repetitively, like really, really fast. If you listen closely, you could probably hear that in the background. And it will actually do a lot more damage than it normally would, as to compared to right here. So if you just saw that, notice how this time we're going to press triangle and square once we initiate the ultimate attack. And it's going to probably most likely do it. Well, it just did about the same amount of damage. Let's go a little bit closer. Let's see how much damage it does now. See that? It did a little bit more damage closer to the opponent. But take note that the closer you are to your opponent, the more likely you are to get teleported on and stamina broken. Your stamina is going to break. So you really got to keep an eye on that and watch out for that, and take those vulnerabilities into consideration, and choose before going into PvP or battle with a CPU, and decide, do I want to use Perfect Kamehameha and risk having my stamina broken, or do I want to use Super Kamehameha and have a quicker attack? Personally, I'd probably go with Super Kamehameha if I was playing online, but Perfect Kamehameha, I'd probably like do it like offline against like CPUs and stuff like that, because I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, like AI's stamina breaking me, even though like a lot of them do that. But we're gonna go ahead and actually turn up the training settings right now on our CPU status, and let's go ahead and put him to let's go ahead and put him to super strong. No, because super strong seems a little bit, you know, let's just give it a try. Okay, so here's Super Strong Janamba. We're using our ultimate attack, and our stamina just got screwed up the ass. So we just basically got wrecked there. So we're assuming, at this point, we're assuming Janamba is on Z hard difficulty. He's just really powerful, and we're also going to assume that, you know, he's playing like an actual real player. So, let's see. I'm going to put unlimited health, unlimited stamina, and unlimited ki. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh crap, I'm about to get wrecked. Oh, I just got destroyed. Okay, so as soon as we get out of this weird loop right here, we're gonna go ahead and use another ultimate. See, he just busted our stamina. So the perfect Kamehameha takes a lot of time to initiate that attack and for it to register. And our stamina, you know, we're wrecked. Now, the Super Kamehameha, we just basically initiated the attack and it connected with our opponent a lot faster than the other ultimate attack. Oh my god, like this freaking guy, the perfect Kamehameha. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and take him down a level to strong. And let's see what the hell was this attack? Sorry for my terrible etiquette. Okay, so as soon as he gets away... Alright, so we were actually able to connect the Super Kamehameha with our opponent right there. And he managed to stamina break us, which isn't very good. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to return to Kanton City and equip Super Saiyan. So overall, just with Super Vegeta, I don't really like using Super Vegeta as much. I feel more comfortable with my character build using Super Saiyan because to me, Super Saiyan is more effective than Super Vegeta. And it seems to have more of like a damage increase to me personally. I don't know. We're about to figure that out, and we're going to kind of do the same thing here that we just recently did. But this time we're going to have Super Saiyan and see how effective it is compared to using Super Vegeta with these ultimate attacks. So, I don't know. Like I said, it depends, you know. Do you want to use Perfect Kamehameha and be more vulnerable to stamina breaks? Or do you want to use Super Kamehameha and just connect your ultimate attack quicker with your opponent? Personally, I'd probably go with Super Kame. We're going to go ahead and choose the same map again. Now, I'm going to change the difficulty. I'm going to turn the HUD off, and I'm going to change the difficulty to something else. And let's just go ahead and check and see. He's just going to be standing, and we're going to test these out again from standard form and then to Super Saiyan. So let's go ahead and display, hide all, standing. Let's go ahead and just put these to unlimited immediately. By the way, the Perfect Kame takes about 5 bars, 4 bars. Actually, I don't even know. I wasn't even really paying attention to that. Alright. So the Perfect Kame takes about 4 bars. Super Kame takes about 3 bars. So Super Kame has already one-upped Perfect Kame because Super Kame takes 3, Perfect Kame takes 4, and Perfect Kame, you're more vulnerable to, you know, being stamina broken by your opponent. So Super Kame so far, you know, and it's even quicker. So in my opinion, Super Kame is better. So we're going to go ahead and put this back to unlimited. And I'm going to use Perfect Kame on our opponent. And let's go ahead and see... I guess you can't really tell right there because health is unlimited. So, I guess we probably should have put that to auto recovery. Okay, so Perfect Kame on our opponent. Just right there. It does, wow. It does almost just about the same amount of damage as it would if we were transformed into Super Vegeta. And we use the Perfect Kame. It does almost just about the same amount of damage. Now let's go ahead and try it out. Close range. It does about the same amount. Let's go ahead and use Super Kame close range. Super Kame doesn't do nearly enough damage as the Perfect Kame. Close up. But, you know, it's not so bad. Now let's go ahead and try it from long range. Alright, so I'm kind of starting to see the difference here between Super Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3. So let's go ahead and, well, that was just our base form that we were just doing right there. So now that we're Super Saiyan 3, let's go ahead and test this ultimate. Yeah, it does more damage when you're Super Saiyan 3. That's the Super Kame. Now the Perfect Kame, it does more damage than the Super Kame, but there's a longer connect time to initiate the attack and connect with your opponent. So I guess with the Perfect Kame, the closer you are, the more capable you are of impacting your opponent with the ultimate attack and doing more damage. So to me, Super Vegeta actually does increase the amount of damage, key damage that you do with your ultimate attacks, as to compared with Super Saiyan 3. But personally, I'm still going to stick with Super Saiyan 3 just because I really like it and I'm used to it. And look at look at how appealing the character looks. The character looks freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. So Super Kame does about the same amount of damage as it usually would. So Perfect Kame, close range. Yeah, if you're Super Vegeta, without a doubt, you're going to be able to do a lot more Ki Blast damage with your ultimate attacks as to compared to using Super Saiyan with your ultimate attack. So whoever commented those comments on my last comparison video being like, oh, you should really be you should really be using these ultimate attacks, comparing them while using Super Vegeta. So whoever recommended that, thank you. I'm actually going to start using Super Vegeta and Super Saiyan in my comparisons just to see which one is probably more preferable to not only myself but to you guys as well, because I want to help you guys out as best as I can. Now we're going to go ahead and choose Health Auto Recovery, Ki Unlimited, and let's go ahead and put our CPU status to strong before we end off this video. So here we go. Here comes Super Kame. He didn't stamina break us, but that's about as much damage that he did to us right there. But that's because he had that attack going on right there, how he was able to absorb that Ki Blast and just basically deflect it. So Super Kame, it's more you know, you're going to connect it a lot quicker with your opponent, and you don't really have to worry about stamina breaks. Now, Perfect Kame, you do have to worry about stamina breaks, and that was actually pretty nice right there from what we did right there. So we just actually kind of wrecked him. Let's see if he gets back up. Okay, so his health is back. I'm going to go ahead and change it back to auto recovery. So here's Super Kame from close range. He was actually able to absorb that and kind of deflect it. Here's Perfect Kame. He was actually able to do the same thing again. Close range Perfect Kame. So for some reason, he really doesn't want to try to stamina break me. But take into consideration, personally from me, if you're using the Perfect Kame, you leave yourself very vulnerable to attack. Although, very vulnerable to attack, very vulnerable to be stamina broken, like what just happened there. But with the Perfect Kame, it does more damage than the Super Kame. So what do you want? Do you want to be stamina broken, and do you want to be able to do more damage? Or do you want to be able to initiate the super attack more quicker, and do you want to be able to not be stamina broken and have the upper advantage on your opponent? See, we've just been stamina broken like 2 times in a row right there, and it's pathetic. So, actually, yeah, you can stop the ultimate attacks if you just run up to them and bash them before the ultimate attack even, like, registers, you know, it starts to, like, develop and, like, go out there to your opponent. So, there you go, guys. That's my opinion between the Super Kamehameha versus the Perfect Kamehameha. Let me know in the comment section below which ultimate attack you prefer. Do you prefer the Super Kame or the Perfect Kame? With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for taking the time of your day to watch this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any video suggestions at all on which ultimate attacks I should compare next that you'd like to see on the channel, please don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Feel free to post those in the comment section below. I read all of your comments. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you post something in the comment section that I haven't done yet, chances are I'll do it. So thank you, guys. Please have a wonderful day. Make good decisions. Think positive. Live life to the fullest. And enjoy life. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.